Hello everyone, StarsRJ here, so I tip the scales for another game of Neverwinter Nights 2. That took forever. It's now dusk. Time to go here, time to go to Mulsantir and solve this whole Ephraim the. Let's go solve this Kalen thing going on, because it's important. It's very important, okay? Very important we do this. Here we are. Welcome to Mulsantir. Looks just like regular Mulsantir, unless otherwise noted. Which is,
This place resembles Mulsantir, yet everything seems muted somehow.
Yeah, thanks, Ganiev. Yeah, he explains it better than I do. Anyway, so this is in order to fight the, you know what the story is. We're here to fight some things.
I say yes.
Alright, got a scythe here. No. Right, so not being able to rest may prove to be have some problems later on in the game. I think these counterparts on the material plane. This wooden door seem almost new. Appears to be no way to open them. Damn. Yeah, so this may actually prove to have some problems associated with it. Yeah, hit him with the ion cannon. I'm gonna actually hit him with fire this time. Maybe I should have gone with alchemical silver for these ones, but then again, you know, weapons I have mostly cold iron. Cold iron is not an effective weapon to use in this situation. Yeah, alchemical silver works best against the undead. Like my great sword, like the previous great sword. Yeah, so I can't enter the Shadow Theatre unless I have a special key, but Magda has that key, and there's no way in that way. Now, Mulsantir has also some of the houses you can enter some of these houses, but not all of them. But like regular Mulsantir, you can also enter certain houses. So I can bash these gates, right? Nope. For example, I could go into this open house over here and see what's going on. Maybe I could look at the decor. Maybe I want to purchase it. But as you can see, unfilled scroll contains a detailed list of gruesome of names and mortifying details of gruesome deaths next to them. Yeah, he really hates that one guy. So there's this guy here. He's just lying there, small ornate box. There's a corpse, and there's some death knights. Master. Yeah, Kaji, open that, will ya?
What do you want?
Okay, these guys seem like tough, some really rude dudes. Don't mess with these rude. When you have rude dudes, don't mess with the rude dudes. Ouch! In order to disable that, I need a natural 20. Screw that! And it's locked.
Yes.
Oh, so that's not possible, is it?
Yes.
Can I cast Cat's Grace or
I
anything?
say yes.
Anything to increase your agility? I guess not. Yeah, I think that's not possible. If he had 2 more dexterity points, he could do it. But he doesn't, so we'll come back to him later. I think he gains more skill as Sophia does, so that would be a thing to consider. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the shadow plane. As you can see, it's full of shadows. The night is dark and full of terrors. And there are night walkers here, which is like what the King of Shadows try to use. So let's use an Eldritch Chain on him. Hellfire Blast! Engage! Ow. I think something got dispelled there. And I'm going to level up, aren't I? Great, I'm going to be leveling up. Yeah, just leveled up. They leveled up to come at different times. So, as you can see here, Gan's not close to leveling up.
Be on your guard.
So before I start leveling up, Sophia's probably going to level up at some point. And once I'm done with the whole bunch of other things, Gan will be leveling up. And so I'm not going to level up quite yet. I'm not going to level up till at least done a sweep of the shadow plane. There's a whole lot you can sweep the shadow plane through. Throw that down. Because actually, I really do want to get into epic levels. So, how about I level up right now? I'm going to level up right now. Okay, epic levels. They're an interesting thing. I can't be a Hellfire Warlock any further, because level 3 is the maximum level. Anyway, let's go with a regular Warlock. Okay, as usual, my skill points are just, you know, just throw them into that, and then now I got 10 points in Tumble, so I get an extra armor, I get an extra bit of AC. Now, here we are, epic character. You're training an arduous ordeal to finally brought you to the threshold of divines and realms of mortal from those that are divine. You are an epic character, capable of choosing legendary feats and raising your skills to godlike levels. Please refer to your epic class feats for specific information on the class benefits derived from being an epic character. Scroll down here. Here's what we got. What we got here is a whole bunch of epic feats you can choose from. These are really, really good. Like, for example, here. Ooh, oh. Okay, for a level 21 Warlock, definitely get this spell straight away. Okay, the Eldritch Blast deals 50% more damage and have +2 to attack rolls, and it increases the area effect of your previous abilities. So, this is a no-brainer. If you have no brain, this is for you. And if you have a brain, this is also for you. Seriously, Eldritch Master. Extra damage. Hell to the yeah. Now, you can always change the abilities around. Like, I might want to get rid of Devour Magic and replace it with a Undead Blast is useless. Seriously. It is the most useless spell you can ever have. Alright, because you're mostly going to be facing undead. In any campaign, really, you're going to be facing undead. A lot of undead. And the Undead Blast is useless. It's negative energy. You don't want negative energy. That's why I'm so negative about it. Maybe I'll get rid of Devour Magic, replace it with Chilling Tentacles. Because I'm not going to use Devour Magic. I got Sophia doing the Mordegon's Disjunction if I need magic dispelled instantly. And, you know, I like swapping out stuff for other useless spells. So yes, epic feats. Useful. Very, very useful. Especially that one. Alrighty then. We've got a Shadow Spider here. I'm going to cast Retributive Invisibility, Dark Premonition. Should have done this in the first place. And of course, Gan here is going to be busy summoning a lot of creatures rather than actually doing something about it. And look at that. Oh, Chilling Tentacles, by the way, does not work against the undead. Okay? Just don't. It does not work against the undead. Why did I do that? To demonstrate how it worked. Or, in this case, how it doesn't work. Alright, elementals, go in there and kill everything! Yeah, so level 21 is really, really good. Yeah, come on. More Eldritch Chains. Oh, and we have some Malorites here. Once they've selected a creature as a prey, they do not stop until they succeed in their hunt. You'll be encountering more Malorites in a later level. Later on in the campaign, you'll actually will be encountering Malorites. Alrighty then. Fire! Literally. Ion Cannon charging! Malorite dead. Malorite cadetified. Alright, fine. Drop the Ion Cannon here. Boom! Haha, you thought you could try and escape by... Yeah, you thought you could actually try and stop me by... You know, vanishing, being concealed like I am, or using mirror images. Too bad, I have area of effect attacks that say, nah, dog, you're gonna die. And then they die. Serious again? And of course I'm immune to cold. Okay, a lot of creatures are dropping essences. This is good. I can pass them off to Sophia. I never, like, at the end of the campaign, I have like a huge stockpile of all these essences, pristine essences, because I've distilled them out. And I have this huge stockpile at the end, I just don't actually use them. The other issue I have is, okay, if I can't rest, okay, it's actually a serious problem if I can't rest, in that there are some places you just want to rest and grind levels. Now notice something here, these statues are different. They used to have different gods. The witches mentioned they had different gods. Now there's Malar, the god of the hunt. Talos, not to be confused with Talos Principle, or the other guy from Skyrim. He's the Storm Lord. He leads the deities of the Fury, and Velashroom is the demigod of necromancy, lichdom, and undeath. So, you know, cheerful fellows. Very, very cheerful fellows. You don't want to meet them in the dark alley. If you do, well, you'll be wondering why the hell those gods be in a dark alley in the first place, and not, you know, ruling their kingdoms or whatever, but, just don't meet them in a dark alley, dragon slippers. If I can put a enchantment on them which allows me to increase my armor class, I'll take them, but I can't take them. So yes, here we are, Shadow Plane. Shadow Plane, Shadow Pane. And if you go down a certain path, there we go, Shadow Spiders. I was thinking that some bad guys might spawn up there, but they obviously don't. I want to make sure I get everything done on the Shadow Plane before I move on. Yeah, so when you reach epic levels, a whole bunch of other stuff also pops up. Like, seriously, if you can, you know, epic levels are something to look at, and every build is different on how they actually work. So just keep that in mind, though, that what works for some might not work for others. More helmets. Well, we have a person who can identify for me.
Yes.
That's a Lich Skull. And that's the Black Rogue, the Archmagi. And the Lich Skull is reduces my charisma, so it's not very good if I'm... It's not really good for anyone, actually. Yeah, it isn't good for anyone. Why'd they have that item? Guess if you're a wizard. Maybe it should go to Sophia. Yeah, so why did I get Chilling Tentacles? Why Chilling Tentacles? Why? Actually, before I head into that temple over there, here's another thing I'm going to encounter. This is actually quite important. It's Shadow Umber Hulks. Umber Hulk smash! Bam! Fire the ion cannon. Okay, never mind. You're not suggesting the ion cannon. I'm not suggesting. I'm ordering! Yeah, chances are when this video comes out, I would have done my Tiberium Wars playthrough. So yes, woohoo, foreshadowing, or hind shadowing, whatever. What do you call it when you... making references to a playthrough. Yeah, this is going to be a while. You know, the Neverwinter Nights 2 campaigns are pretty good. Okay, this is good. The original campaign's good. Bit long though, but can dismiss the bear. He's confused. We can't have a confused bear dancing around, hitting at someone. Alright? Just
It seems we have unpleasant company.
stop summoning bears! You know what? Let's see. Spellcasting, item usage, use healing items. No, stop summoning stuff. Okay? Stop summoning bears! Wait, did you summon the bear? No, I didn't summon it. Who summoned that bear? And why can't I unsummon it? Someone unsummoned that bear! Okay, it's a lot of Umber Hulks. And you know what we do to Umber Hulks? We smash them. Yeah, throw the Eldritch Chain here. Ow, that's a nice one. Nice hit there with whatever that was. I don't know what the hell that was, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna take my spells and get him out of here. Oh, I probably delayed blast fireballs. That's probably what it was. Ow! Spell failure? How did I get a spell failure? My concentration skills are like so immense, so obscenely high. Really? Get rid of the bear. You can't get rid of that bear? And for some reason now, these guys will just keep on spawning. I think they're proximity based. I think it's based on proximity. Or one of those broken triggers that when you go past a certain point, it decides to trigger itself again. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. Oh, I think she might have cast something there. All right, so even though it's right now it's hour 20, I'm kind of on a timer here. Because again, I can't rest, and if I rest, so enter the portal, enter the dungeon. Okay, I pick up pile of debris, bash that debris down. Because yeah, you can't go past a certain point. Bunch of rocks blocking the path. Path isn't blocked here. Is it dead yet? Alright, the rocks are gone. While I'm waiting for the object to fade. Grab the gold. Take the gold, and then you get the money. Open the skeleton. Take the amulet. It's the amulet, Charlie. The amulet. It's actually an interesting one. Immunity to critical hits. That is actually quite good. Problem is well, anything really.
I say yes.
That's the problem, is that it's with this Master of the Betrayer makeover, it's also used as part of a quest. So I'm gonna pop it into storage, and so therefore I'm not tempted to sell it. All right, let's get back out here. Nope, still can't rest. No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Yes.
Meditate, and you meditate. We all meditate.
Say yes.
Okay, everyone's meditated. Good.
This way.
Meditate the crap out of things.
What do you want?
My
Boom.
magic will erase this nuisance.
Yes.
Okay, now let's see how much time I got left. Shadow Plane can get a bit long, but let's do it. Into the portal, into the dungeon. Alright, into the Shadow Plane. Probably going to encounter a Umber Hulk on the way out. Again, it's based on triggers and stuff. Oh, there's a dirt pile up there. Yeah, so keep going. Even with the haste spell, things take forever. You can't enter the lodge while in the Shadow Plane. Right now it's it's 9 o'clock in the Shadow Plane, or at least it's 9 o'clock in general. You know, which is kind of appropriate considering what time it is right now, at the time of this recording. Yep. Okay. And I'm gonna head out to this shadow portal for a second, because it spawns stuff.
I'll
Spawns more things. Gotta spawn all the things. Now, actually, what I'm nervous about is I'm gonna encounter when you encounter, I'm gonna go find Kaylin. She's sitting in there, in that temple that's bigger on the inside. The problem I might have is that she uses the half celestial template, and considering what happened in my previous Neverwinter Nights 2 when
I hope you like pain.
when I was playing as when I had Zahid on the team, the game crashed because of experience points and stuff. So since the half celestials are playable, and they have kind of different stats to what Kaylin has. It's gonna it might cause the game to crash as soon as I recruit her to the team, which is unfortunate because she's got her own interesting story, and I want to talk about it and bring it up if necessary. It'd be a tragedy if I couldn't bring her along. A very big tragedy, but I just couldn't bring Kaylin the Dove along all these quests. But really, her role she doesn't play much of a huge role in the actual campaign itself. She's got her own she's got her own thing going on for it. Ow. She's got her own thing going on, and yeah, and it's just that it would be a tragedy if I couldn't bring her. But yeah, she doesn't play much of a role in the actual rest of the campaign, except for the end, where hello.
There are few who would brave the tattered black gates that tie this shadow Mulsantir to its twin. Yet you have come, brave or not. What is your reason for coming here? Has something called you to this place?
Hello there. Are you Kaylin the Dove? Your siblings been looking for you.
That does not surprise me. My siblings are loyal and often quite persistent. No doubt it was Ephraim or Sousa who you met. Possibly both. I have been cut off from the menagerie for some time, and it seems they have not given up the hunt. But it would be unlike them to surrender such a hunt, especially for their sister. I am Kaylin, formerly of the House of the Triad. My spirit now lies within the House of Ilmater.
Yeah, the Court of Martyrs and Suffering, correct?
You know his name and his acts, then. He calls us all, and comforts the wounded. Even in this place, I can feel his presence, and it grants me the strength to continue on.
What brings the priest of Ilmater to the Shadow Plane?
I seek entrance to the depths of this vault. The next stage of my pilgrimage lies there, and this gate before me is but another obstacle placed in my path.
Do you know how to open the gate?
I have stood before this door and studied its surface for days countless, and let my eyes fall upon the thin etchings of its surface. If you relax your eyes to the shadow, you see the true depths of the artistry of these mosaics, some written in ash, others in shale, slate, and dyed tile black. Within these shades is a key, and once unlocked, the path will continue on.
If you're standing here, listening to the gates like the other hand.
That would imply I have admitted defeat.
Oops.
I have not. This gate will open. I merely need to find the means to unlock it.
Do you have any clue how to open it?
I have stood before this door and studied its surface for days. If you relax your eyes to the within these shades is a key.
How'd you get into the
And
Shadow
once
Plane?
I have spent most of my life traveling the plains. Even so, it took me a long time to sense the ebb and flow of the portals in Mulsantir. With enough concentration, I was able to bridge them, although, judging from your strength, it was more difficult for me than for you.
Yeah, I use a little portal thing. I use a stone. You use your magical powers to teleport in. I'm like, hey, I got a rock. Bam! It's like fighting Superman. You know, you could become a really powerful person to fight Superman, or get some kryptonite. Bam! Take that, Superman.
That is a good question. I know the ones in Mulsantir unveil themselves at night. If so, the darkness of the Shadow Plane should leave the portals to Mulsantir always open, but that is merely a guess. Although, since the flow of streets, and even potential obstructions, in Mulsantir may not be here, there may be more portals here than were evident in Mulsantir. I have not explored enough to say. But again, what I offer are guesses only. Do not take my words as truth unless you have a chance to test the portals yourself.
Interesting thing about the Shadow Realm is that this place wasn't here. Right.
Most of my time has been spent reaching this place, but I have seen fires in the distance here in the Shadow Plane, but I do not know who else is here. I spotted them down by the ferry.
We're going to that one
I
later.
suspect they may be visitors like us. The native creatures I have encountered have little use for flame.
Why would anyone come here from the realms?
I think the two of us may not be the ones best suited to ask such a question, as we both came here with purposes of our own. As for others, seclusion is one reason. The Shadow Plane is a place to hide secrets, close but beyond the reach of most thieves or watchers. Evil things may transpire here, far from the eyes of others.
How'd you fight your way past all those creatures?
It was actually easier to go forward than retreat, so do not think me brave.
Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium, would agree with you.
Many were the shadows that I fought on my way here, and as I explored this place, they arose anew from the darkness. I suspect that with the passage of time, even the opponents you faced on the way here may arise again to face you.
Only if you rest, though.
I believe they returned within a day's cycle. It may have been less. Time is difficult to track within this plane.
Get a watch.
It is. Unlike the other structures, it is not a shadow of Mulsantir. It was purposely built on the shadow plane by priests of Merkel.
Yikes. But, wait, the structure in the temple...
Even the roles of gods and their priests can change in time. Merkel was once god of the dead, and then Kelemvor took up that role. But Merkel's creations still remain.
Damn. Why'd they build it here?
This place was chosen for its secrecy. Few can travel here as they would in the realms, and even once here, fewer can survive its inhabitants. Its purpose was a library and a prison. The priests of Merkel used it to store valuable artifacts and relics. They also imprisoned enemies of the faith here, ones they needed to keep in shadow and silence.
That's rather convenient, but also stupid. I mean, hey, let's put a repository of knowledge in this one place here. Alright, brilliant idea. Alright, we've got a repository of knowledge in this place. Now, let's dump a whole bunch of prisoners in here. Isn't that a bad idea? Repository of knowledge plus prisoners. I don't know.
For those who needed to be silenced forever, or had simply passed on to the City of Judgment, a crematorium was also said to lie within these walls. Merkel had many enemies, both within his temples and without. Many died in Merkel's name with no one to hear their last words, with no one to help ease their suffering.
Aww.
This place was chosen for its secrecy. Few can travel here as they would in the realms, and even once here, fewer can survive its inhabitants. Its purpose was a library and a prison. They also imprisoned enemies of the faith here, ones they needed to keep in shadow and silence. Even the roles of gods and their priests can change in time beyond the Great Hall. Not far. Many of Merkel's priests remain in the antechambers. I did not wish to reveal myself to them until I had finished my studies of the gate to the level below. Still, I suspect I will only find what I seek in the side chambers, where the priests still carry out Merkel's rituals.
I thought this place was abandoned.
The disciples of Merkel remain, but they are mummified now. They are difficult opponents, but perhaps together we may best them. I can lend my powers to yours if you wish.
You got a crappy shield?
My belief in Ilmater may allow us to defeat them simply by faith alone, by turning them. Some may be too strong for such power, however. Fire may serve us well against them, but be careful not to let them get too close. Their touch carries rot and disease, tools of Merkel. If you wish me to join you in defeating them, it may be worthwhile to let me rest, so I can pray to Ilmater for spells to fight such diseases before we continue on.
Irrelevant. We don't need diseases to, yeah. Hello, would you consider traveling with us, madam?
I would welcome company. My watch here has been a silent one. Still, my purpose is here. I must find a way to the lower vault. No matter what I try, this gate blocks my efforts. I can find no key, no means of opening it. I do not know what more to do.
Well, let's see. Perhaps unless your blood will open the gate, get ready to die. No. I could bluff or lie, but, you know, I'll tell the truth.
There would be value in such an alliance. And this gate has yet to yield its secrets. Perhaps elsewhere in this vault lies a key. I pledge myself to your service.
Oh, that was quick.
Let us see what good we can achieve by our alliance, and may Ilmater bless our endeavor.
Alrighty then. Let's go. Okay, Caitlin is a cleric. Yeah, I can tell you all that, but I can probably tell you that in the next video. But for now, I think I'm just gonna hand off the, you know...
To me, my allies.
Ow.
I shall lead.
Really? For a cleric, you got very, really low strength. But, there we go. I mean, I put an armor enchantment on that. Holy crap, 29.
I say yes.
Yeah. Is there a... Yes, yeah, here we go. Marshman Belt, a priestly might. Jeez.
Yes.
What is
I
it with these
bear too much
clerics
for
not...
my feet to heed me.
What is it with these clerics not actually having the, see, he was worse. was even worse than this. Ugh.
I say yes.
That's the best armor I can provide her.
Yes.
And Brute Striding
I
+4.
say yes.
Oh, great. Jeez. Anyway, up in Styles RJ, and I have tipped the scales in the favor of, Mulsantir. Signing off.
Oh, I like that.
Ugh.